It feels like it was yesterday since last time I finished the previous season for our Transport Fever 2 series. And for me, it actually was because I just recorded yesterday the last episode. But here we are again, and I have some good news now. So, a few things to notice. We are now in an European temperate map. We do have the sun rising instead of having it at midday. So, as you can see, it's very bright that way. And it changed the lights on the city as well, which I think brings a nice feeling to the cities. And this is much nice, warmer, I would say, feeling when you look close by. So as you can see, the shadows longer as well, and it's looking pretty good. So what do we have here? As you can see, this map is a little bit big. I will just save this city because that's where I want to start. And right at the corner, yes. But let's see, in the end of the map here, as you can see, it's a way to get through the other ends. And here, the same thing. It's a long way to get all the way to the other side. This is the Megalomaniac map, and I think this feels fantastic, actually. I was afraid to use that because the ones I saw, they were quite long, and this one is more on a square shape. And I quite like that because you have space like in the middle. There is a lot of areas here that you can work around and get your way through, like wave around these mountains, and you have rivers which you can use a lot to bring materials and people across the riverbed. And it's a really nice place, I believe. It's a really nice map, and this is not so shaped in a very long way, just one way. It's like very square, so I use the one by one option, and I'm pretty happy with this is my first try. I've opened the city and actually the game, and I generate one on the Megalomaniac map, and this is what I got, and I'm stuck in this. I didn't look too much around. I just look at the corner and I said, where do I start? Maybe at the corner, and that's exactly what I'll do. And yeah, that's the place just there. And I just realized that for some reason this well, anyway, that doesn't even matter. That's where I'm starting, so that's where I'm starting. And what we are doing here, so as you can see, we have 5 million, no loans at the moment. I will start with just trucks. We'll see how far can I go with just trucks, and we will get there. And we have plenty of cities here. If we talk about size, the bigger cities, they're actually almost the same size. The only difference here is that you already have a 20% bonus and the less 40%. If you take a look at the city, you have 20% for traffic, which is like, okay, for private transport, we can achieve that in other cities as well as we grow. This one has minus 40%, but it's because the traffic is very poor, like minus 60 and plus 20 for the private transport. But if you look at the base, where do I see that? So target population, so 198, the initial size, and if we look at why here 198, 195, 195. So they're mostly, I think the biggest one I saw was 198, and that's what I'm sticking with to know what's the biggest city there. But it will take some time for us to get there. There'll be a lot for us to do here, and I'll just get started. So what I'll do here, I'll start the speed build actually, and during the speed build I will let you know what I'm doing and what are the goals and what we are achieving. I think that will work a little bit better. Let me know in the comments if you think this is easier to understand and if you prefer this method as opposite to the one where I just play music and you follow around and you get to see what I'm going to do and the main results. So let me know in the comments what you prefer and we might change things around a little bit. So let's see what we can do here. Yeah, so what we are doing is I want to connect all these mines to the steel factory at the bottom of the map on the right side of the city. And I'm putting down some truck stops in there and creating the lines so we deliver those materials. Now, as you can see there, I'm changing the name that I'm using for the lines, and I've also added a new mod, which is something that I haven't mentioned before as well. But I want to add new mods to this game and have like new trains, new planes, new trucks, and new colors for the lines as well. So these new mods will add a lot more color options, and I hope you guys can see pretty quickly on the screen there. But I think this will help us a lot down the line because this map is huge and there is a lot that we need to do there. So the idea here is do at least some means of transportation and actually to get some income at the beginning of the game, and I think this is usually works well. Train are the best way to get money, but we will not get any train at the moment, but we do have those small trucks and that will work. Now I'm doing this station at the end of the steel mill there because I will actually move all the lines into there, because if the lines is just on that truck stop on the road, it will stop all the traffic, all the other trucks or horses. As you can see now, they'll get stuck in that line waiting. So I've tried to put another stop and putting each line on one side of the stop. It didn't work. Still everything was backing up. So what I did, I added new platforms there and I changed the lines to just go there and stop, and this worked perfectly. So pretty happy with the results so far and the way it all turned out. I'm having to buy more trucks actually because this is not enough. Unfortunately, this is not enough. I might trucks until the end of this episode, but it won't be enough because we just don't have enough capacity in there. But this is, I think this is looking pretty good. Now I'm putting down a road here because I want to actually use this line to not just deliver the iron ore to the steel mine, but bring the steel back, and then we can save some money on one extra line there, and that'll make all the difference down the line, because with that extra line we aren't making money. We're moving that line and bringing back the steel from the factory. That made a lot of difference, and then we finally were able to get some money back. But as you can see, we are almost done here. I'm just making sure that I get those extra vehicles in there as I get the money, and it's all working properly and all set up. I just add an extra roads there so they don't do a very sharp turn. Some of these slopes do decrease the speed of this horse, and doing these small changes help us a lot. But yeah, let's go back to the live mode and let's talk a little bit more about what I've done there. Okay guys, so we are back, and as you can see we have so many trucks around. That's looking great. So the problem is that these trucks, that they're the only one available for cargo, and they just carry 4 units of anything, and it's a nightmare. Like, this line has a rate of 84, and the mine actually has a rate of 200. So yeah, it's it's hard, but we're getting there. I think at least we're making money now. I will just pay the last time I borrowed some money because I want to redo this slope in here because it was all flat, and then you had a ramp in here, and like all the trucks, I would say, it's not a truck, but all the trucks, they would stop there and get stuck because it was too steep. So I did that. Hopefully this moves things around in this area a little bit faster, and we are making money now. As you can see, all these lines are bringing us money, and that's great. So that'll help us on the setup for new lines now, and to make more things happen. So this will be this for this episode, and next episode we will work on, I don't know what will be first, if I'll make the line to deliver fuel to the city, or if I'll finish the deliverable of plastic to this factory and then deliver goods to the city. I don't know, let's see how it goes. Doesn't make much difference. So we'll take a look. Oh, look at that! We have a train, so Borzig and Bavarian passenger car. That's nice, but we're not using that, at least not yet. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this comeback of the series after what, 2 days? And maybe the new format, I don't know if I'll keep that, but let me know in the comments what you think. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Have an awesome day. Bye bye.